Hey, what's going on, guys? Ferno's Guitars here again. Just back with another update. I've been watching all the great guitar build off. I've been into that for the last, 3 years since 2020 when it started. Don't quite got the filming capabilities, and it actually takes like a whole nother step, just to get your filming up. I'm doing this on a freaking phone. I got to invest in a GoPro or maybe a better quality webcam or something. But little backstory, I've been pretty much buying and reselling and fixing guitars since I would say like 2016, so not that long. Probably somewhere in the range of 50 guitars and up that I've bought and sold on eBay. Every guitar that I've purchased, I made sure it was in tip-top shape before selling it. So every one of those guitars has had a fret job done, and each one I've gotten better and learned more of the process. When I got into building, I found a router at the flea market for $12 and decided that the bridge install I had done on this body and neck that I purchased was not good. And so I was like, hey, I love Kahler bridges, and so what if I install this Kahler on here? Which, long story short, I ended up doing the route with no template, just follow close to the line, and really Kahlers only need enough for the cam and what's in back of the bridge to function properly. So it turned out well, and from then on I was just hooked. I got the bug, and as a kid I always liked to buy toys, and then I wouldn't even look at the direction. I'd just put them together. And bicycles, I got into bicycles. I always like, tearing them apart, putting them back together. So, it was just right up my alley when guitars came into the picture. So here we go. Forget exactly which build this was. I think I'm at about 25 now. And out of those 25, I've only built 5 necks. And so I know this is probably like the second neck that I've ever built. Alright, so let's get into it, guys. Here we got a one-piece basswood body. Original shape. And I had got 4 bodies out of this piece of basswood I purchased from my wood supplier, Macbeth Hardwood. And at the top of it had a long crack in it. So after watching all these river tables and stuff, I was like, man, let me buy some epoxy and try this. Yup, first time it was a disaster. I had epoxy all over my garage floor, and I just taped it and kept filling until it stopped spilling. And I learned. And here I had some epoxy. I added a glow-in-the-dark powder to. I think I did like 3 different colors, which I learned after this. The ratio of the glow-in-the-dark powder is crazy to the amount of epoxy. You have to use a whole bottle of the powder if you actually want it to glow, because it kind of separates and sinks down. So, that was the first time working with epoxy, and it leaves a big mess when you router it and everything. So, one-piece basswood body that I ended up staining green. My girlfriend told me, "Oh, you should make it into a Boba Fett guitar." Which, if you come up here, I used the Star Wars font for the logo, which I didn't clear coat over it because I learned that pretty much I need some white backing water slide decal. Okay, guys, so sorry for all that nonsense and back and forth. Let's just go over the guitar. Here we got the one-piece basswood body with the epoxy fill, custom shape. Here we have a bridge from Philadelphia Luthier, stainless steel saddles. Really low profile. If you notice the adjustments for the height are perfect. They don't stab your palm. I recommend these to anyone building. Great bridge. Then I got the DiMarzio, what is it? Dang it. Let me know in the comments. I can't think of it at the moment. But man, this pickup got some crunch to it. Then we have a vintage DiMarzio that came across in one of the guitars that I bought and resold with the hex poles. And we got the stainless steel frets. Abalone dots that went terribly wrong because I tried to use something else at first. Also, I stained this fretboard like 3 or 4 times, and this is the end result. Didn't really have that much flame figuring to begin with. So maple fretboard. And then at this time, all the talk about, oh, roasted wood, roasted wood. So when I went to the store, they had some roasted oak. And I was like, what? Roasted? For that price? Let me get that. But then what I found out working with oak is, in this wood in general, the grain is just like all over the place, as you can see. Not really tight grain. And this stuff is pretty brittle. Such as when I went to make the cavity covers, like for these pickups. That shit is brittle when it gets so thin. But it was fun to work with. Smelled like black licorice almost. Got the Grover tuners. And when I built this, when I tried to do the grain fill, and of course my grain fill was lighter, but then I thought, oh, that looks good. And that was before I even heard of a Cerus finish or whatever you call it. And still the grain didn't fill all the way, as you can see. And so I feel like I'm ready to revisit this guitar. I want to get the neck smooth, fill in the grain, and then just true oil it for that nice smooth filling. Did a little contour here for some comfort. I could have went thinner. And then I'm pretty much done with neck plates. Then I like to do my input jack in the back right here, which does not get in the way sitting or standing. And I'm able to pretty much just use a little piece of wood and the the jack itself. No need for a cover or anything else. Yep. So real quick, so added these 3 little mini switches because I like the look of the Fender Player series. I'm like, man, where do I get those switches? And these are not those. I found something else similar, and I customized the tops to fit. But just a push, bam, in there. No pull, no need to push, pull. You just bam, split coil, out of phase. So, hopefully somewhere in the future I'll be able to record myself redoing this guitar, because when I decided to do this contour, when it came to doing the input jack, I wanted to stay far away, not to go through, and realize, okay, now it's way over here on the side, which then my controls are way too close. Honestly, it's a big mistake. So I was thinking, if I wanted to, since this switch is not working, I could add this switch for a tone, get rid of this, and then just use the dual concentric pot for volume for each pickup. But I want to get this out the way because as you're strumming, it's just right in your way. Stainless steel frets. I think I had this guitar for going on like 2 years now. You know, not even any scratches on the frets yet. Bone nut. So there you have it, guys. Sorry for the long drawn out video. Trying to get into you know, sharing my progress with the world. Check me out on Instagram at Furnos Guitars. Thanks for checking out this video. See you guys next time. Subscribe, like, got plenty more to share on the way. Thanks, guys. Peace out.